was the states that created the federal government. It wasn't the federal government that created the states. And as we think about the great freedom we have today, we have to begin to be concerned about the fact that we're spending money we don't have, and we're borrowing that money in great part from countries that don't share our values, countries that we may not trust, like China. In fact, we owe over $1 trillion right now to China in our national debt, and it's growing. So here we are, in effect, a hostage to China for money. But you could say the same thing about Saudi Arabia. We're a hostage to Saudi Arabia for oil and gas. We have this great spill in the Gulf, a disaster that I've called the Chernobyl of America. Sticking with the message of freedom, as we reflect on the freedom that we gained from the tyrant, King George III, we don't want to deliver ourselves to another tyranny, not the tyranny of a Washington, which is borrowing, spending and taxing too much, and therefore controlling our lives too much, and not the tyranny of countries that are lending us money but don't share our values, but countries that are tying us into their way of life, whether it's child labor or many other things, because we are spending their money and therefore we become dependent on them. And the same with natural resources. So I think we have to reflect today not only on the past and the great freedom that we have in this country, the United States of America, but on the future, to be sure that we don't give that freedom away. Not for money, not for oil, so that this country still remains the greatest bastion of democracy in the world.